Hello Neopians, it is day 17 of the Winter Starlight Celebration. Let's get into the advent calendar first. Or not. Let me click on the wrong thing as if I haven't been doing this for 17 days straight. Now we can click on the advent calendar. There we go. We're going to click on Reina and I get a blue fur. We're going to scroll past the block of text and I'm going to hit collect my prize and I get 1,968 Neopoints. I also find baby Varwolf's first winter book and snowball bath bombs, and because I pay for premium, I get a Varwolf gingerbread cookie. Didn't I just read something yesterday and they're gonna test my reading abilities again today? Well, here we go. Here we go. Time to read, everyone. Okay. Alright, let's do this. I know how to read. Okay, cool. And start. Wow, Dad, it's so pretty. The snow all around them absorbed Ira's. Oh, not me already not knowing how to pronounce something. Era? That's great, cool. Her voice as she called out to her father, her head turned upwards, taking in the dancing hues of the green and blue violet up above. The beautiful light showed to celebrate the end of the year and the coming of the new one. She had never seen anything like this before. The sky was so dark where she came from, and the high canopies of gnarled branches and black purple leaves usually blocked it from view anyways, even when the moon was out. I told you so, Gates said, coming up behind his daughter to scoop her up in his arms. She shrieked with laughter and nuzzled into the thick blue fur at his neck, seeking out his warmth in the cold. Does your old man deliver, or what? Or what? Ira said, area? Art? Yeah, that's what Girlie said, giggling. She turned in her father's hold and pointed up in the sky where the first little snowflakes of the evening were just beginning to fall. Look, Daddy, it's snowing again. So it is, Gil smiled. We're going to have to get used to it. We're going to have to get used to that now, won't we? He set Girlie Pop back down on the ground, and she toddled over to where a snowflake was about to land, sticking out her tongue to catch it, just like he taught her. Yeah, but that's okay, she said, speaking around her stuck-out tongue. The snowflake floated in the air before landing on her nose and melting away, and even though she hadn't caught it like she meant to, Ira giggled. I love the snow. Gil walked over his daughter and crouched down low to look her in the eye. Do you know who else loved the snow? He asked, and Ira looked at him with big, shiny, yellow eyes. Who? Grandma. Ira gasped, her paws flying to her face. She did? Yep. Gil smiled and looked up at the sky past the branch of a nearby tree that an icicle was hanging off of, half chipped away. We didn't get snow very often in the Haunted Woods, so I think she would be happy to know that we get it every day here in Happy Valley. Is that why we moved here? Ira. Area? Era? Moved closer, leaning against her father's leg. When he looked down, he saw her face turned down into the snowbank they stood near, her ears drooping back. She hadn't wanted to leave the Haunted Woods at first, the only place she'd ever known, where all her friends were and where many of Gail's own friends had wandered away once they realized the world outside their home was safe and welcoming. He put a paw on Aria's head and ruffled her fur gently, giving her a warm smile when she looked back up at him with her big, curious eyes. I know it was scary to leave the Haunted Woods, Gil said, stroking the back of the fur on his daughter's head, but there's so many wonderful, amazing things out there in the world to discover, from the tippy top of Terror Mountain to the deepest depths of Morocco, and all of those things are waiting for you. Like snow? Yeah, Gil said, just like snow. Miss Ma'am smiled. Do you think Grandma Evelina would have liked to live on Terror Mountain with us too? Gil closed his eyes and remembered the smile on his mother's face as she threw snowball after snowball day at him. As she threw snowball after snowball day at him, then fell back onto the snow and laughed while she waved her arms back and forth on the ground. Do you think it snows in other places, Mom? Gil asked her, shaking out his soaking wet fur and rolling to rest on the ground. I'm sure it does, Gale, his mother said, turning her yellow eyes to the sky. Her crippled fang smile grew as she ruffled his fur, and Gale found himself mirroring her. And who knows, maybe one day we'll get to see it. Gale opened his eyes. His mother was no longer smiling at him from down below, but that was okay. His daughter was beaming up at him, her own sparkling yellow eyes filled with excitement and joy. Yes, little bug, I'm sure she would have loved it. One, how are y'all's pronouncing the name? Aira. Two, did the grandma from yesterday's story die? Because that's this whole thing. The varwolves are in the... Let me do my dailies while I talk about things. So the varwolves are in the haunted woods, and that's the whole thing, is they were like a hidden species, and that's why like we're being sent on these quests to go get them in Neopets. They've been hidden this whole time, but they've been coming out slowly. So yesterday that was Gale and his mother when they were like throwing the snowballs and it started to snow in the haunted woods. And so this makes me think that now varwolves are venturing out, but we've also only had varwolves not that long. Like if we're like in Neopets, how am I okay? How are we balancing when we got varwolves in real time plus that story? Because that story sounds like yesterday was the first snowfall in the haunted woods, and then this is years later because Gale is now an adult, and the mom from yesterday, who was Miss Aria by baby girl's grandmother, she's dead. She's dead. Isn't that what he said? Or is she just staying in the haunted woods and everyone else left, and so they went to Terror Mountain? But how long did it take the varwolves to migrate from Terror Mountain to the rest of the Neopets, you know? Very important questions. Very important questions. Did I do my dailies today? I did. Yes, I did. Cool. So that, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to wrap I guess she died. That's sad. Yesterday was such a fun day too. Rest in peace, Grandma. You know, pour one out for Grandma. Okay. We have to do Neopets news. Why'd you guys let me do Trudy's? We have to do Neopets news. I'm just very confused by that story and how to pronounce that girly pop's name. And so what is the varwolf's migration pattern? Because in real time, like December 17th, as I'm filming, varwolves are just now becoming like a widely available species. Like it was available to premium, but we're now going on this quest in order to get varwolves. Like there's like a varwolf mini quest that you have to get in order to like get a varwolf neopet. And I haven't done it on this channel because the inflation. But like, does that relate to the story that I just read, where they're implying that varwolves are now out and about in Neopia because it's safe? So now I question varwolf lore. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about Neopets news, and we're going to forget about varwolf lore for now. Okay, cool. Fairy Fragments is updated. And I don't do fairy fragments, not downloading another app on my phone. So there you guys go. Oh, look at those. Those are some stamps. Shout out to the stamp people. Grumpy Old King is fixed. Whoa. Are we for real? Because I would have been at work when this was posted. My boy Grumpy is fixed. He didn't work for a couple months. He's back. We will test that out today. Bestie is back and ready to not laugh at my jokes. I know that's right. Fruit machine avatar. Oh boy. Today, a new avatar has been discovered. This appears to be obtained by spinning 3 Putnik fruits, the jackpot at the fruit machine. The avatar's been a long time coming. They revealed it back in 2022. So you have to get the jackpot on fruit machine. So we can do the fruit machine, because that's something I usually do. Never gotten the jackpot. I can barely get 3 Umajeans in a row. So we'll do that, and then the igloo stuff. Cool. Let's go back to dailies. Let's get back to dailies and figure out how everything's going. Lepediolite wants to thank everyone for the well wishes. Some people left it in the comments. A lot of people liked the video, but what we did is we felt the intention of wishing my baby boy Lepediolite good news. You know, why am I doing fishing vortex? Don't do that. Let's check out Mr. King. Oh, it does work. That's crazy. And he doesn't find me funny. There we go. That's what I've been missing for a month, wasting my time. What else? What else? Nothing has really happened. Nothing has happened to me on Neopets as I came in this morning to do my dailies. Then I went to work. And I spent like 10 hours at work. And now I'm here filming. The newborns are doing great. The triplets, yeah, you know, they're chilling. I will customize them in like 2 years, you know, because I'm not doing it right now. So there we go. I also, because they're triplets and because of their lore, all three of them have to have an identical background. And I was perusing backgrounds yesterday, and I don't think the background I want is a thing. So that's horrifying. It's very bad because the background's like kind of important. They kind of need the background as part of the customs. And I just assume Neopets has been around for what, 20 something years. They have backgrounds that are like kind of similar, but not exactly what I want. So TNT, when you are ready, I will draw out a background for you and I will email it to y'all because I don't know how to do like the graphic design. Like web design, not my passion. I'm not an artist in the visual sense, you know, drawing, painting, ceramics. Like if it's in an art museum, I can admire, but I don't create. My art comes from the brain, you know, but like in a special way. I'm trying to say, I have an idea for the background that I need for my three Neopets, and I need like a good visual artist to help bring it all together because like I can't. So we'll work on that. We have time. We have so much time. The way I'm never gonna get a jackpot on the fruit machine, so goodbye to that avatar. And the way that I am in no rush to customize the triplets. Like they've been sentient for what, a day? A little over 24 hours? Like, give them time to breathe. I had to put them in the lodge after yesterday's episode because I forgot that that was a thing. So they're all chilling in the lodge for another like 60-ish days. I think I have another like 60 days with my people in the lodge. So that's cool. Also that jelly. I don't think I've ever gotten fire jelly before. If we go to Grave Danger, we'll see how all of this goes. El Champion. I got a tombstone. Thank you. I can put anyone that's not the no-name quadrupus because that belongs to someone. I'm just waiting on that person to get back with me on the username. And then Nyx will be gone momentarily. And we're going to do anchor management. See how that's going. Hit fire. I'm still wrapping my brain around the fact that like yesterday there was like a mother and her son experiencing snow for the first time. And today that son has a daughter whose name I can't pronounce and mama's gone. Grandma's gone. And you know that's a thing. That's fine. But like also, is that supposed to be like a look into the future? Because like varwolves aren't that, like they're for sure like Neopets species, but they've been around for like less than a year. Am I thinking too deeply about Neopets? I think that's what it is because I have no other thoughts. Neopets is all I have at this moment. Is usually all I have, like this account these past 2 years. Neopets is the string that's keeping me upright. But I also just don't, in general, know a lot about Neopets lore. That's why I kind of like that I'm in an active plot. That's why I liked going back and doing Out to Door and during like Fairy Festival, Festival of Fears, and then what's the one? The Festival of Eggs. It's just these little lore drops that I don't ever think about because I don't go back and do Neopets history until like I'm forced to. Like that's very Festival of Fears. Me being forced to learn who these characters are, so there's that. And now I'm here for like the varwolfiness. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm slightly tired. I have 2 more days until work, in theory, will be easier for me. Not that it's gonna be like, but we're just so close to people taking a break. And I've been like begging. Like we all need a break. Are we not at 15 again? I want to, okay, because there's a boon you can get for Obelisk for when you can buy it like 10, and I keep meaning to sign up for like the Obelisk battles, but I'm tired and I only need one more avatar, and then I'll have like all the avatars for the Obelisk. But I lost my link to like the people who choose obelisk winners, and like I think there was like a couple weeks in there where a lot of people were going like against the big guild that decided the obelisk winner. I just need that one more avatar, and I need the boon so I can get the stocks. And if you don't know what obelisk is, it is Battledome based. It's part of like the war, and it's like you fight for certain days of the week and then you have like time off. It's a thing, and I explained it poorly because that's kind of what I do here on neopets.com. And you get different boons. So I recommend going to your Neopets fan site of choice, looking up obelisk, looking up boon, and getting more information. But that the stock market reminded me of that. And then we're gonna come over here and we're gonna zap Zamophilia. And what do we got? 3 maximum hit points. We're gonna come back and zap again. What do we got? 3 strength points. So that's fine. And that's it. That's kind of it. That's day 17. Some things are happening on neopets.com. My people are chilling. Triplets are doing good. Everyone else is doing good. Neopets doesn't want to load. Lopediolite thanks everyone for the good energy and the well wishes. And yeah, there's Teekly. Hello, Teekly. Hello, Teekly. Hello, Orbidon. And hello, Magdoll. And hello, everyone else. Once Nyx is gone, I think I have to figure out what I'm doing with Cupcake, because I respect having Cupcake. Cupcake I just kind of picked up for whatever reason because I really like Aisha's. Cupcake might have to go back to the pound because Cupcake's name doesn't fit with the rest of the vibes. But like some of these names, like Book Freak doesn't fit. And I still love Book Freak. We'll see. Cupcake is next on the chopping block. That's what I'll say. I don't think I have anything else to say after that. That's done. Do I have anything else to do? I can do my premium wheel. Then you all can have a great day. Let me know how things are going. Let me know how you pronounce things. And we can all just hold hands and hope that TNT doesn't have me reading anything else tomorrow, because I'm not great at reading things out loud. I couldn't pronounce Homegirlie's name. And that's fine. There we go. I got some stuff. I'm going to... What am I going to do? Probably Battledome and then shower and then bed. I'm going to be in bed pretty soon. Hopefully within the next like hour. So, Battledome, shower, bed. Sounds like a plan, right? Alright, y'all are great. Everyone who watches the videos, y'all are all fantastic. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow for day 18, and I'll be back every day of the advent calendar, and everything's gonna be great. We are almost at the end of this. 17 days in a row. I'm pretty sure this is the longest, because I think Fairy Festival was, what, like 2 weeks? Negs was 2 weeks, Neopia's was 2 weeks, Festival of Fears was like 8 days. That's great. This is so long. Okay. Bye.